We are back with you now on Wave Listens Live.
Hello, children.
Back with Elder Advisors. Larry and Lindsay are back, and Amy Wheatley joining us.
Amy, is she an attorney?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay. Yes. Is she a good attorney?
I've heard the best.
Among
the best when it comes to these types of things. So you'll be at the workshops, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Talk about kind of your role when it comes to helping people through the process that Elder Advisors does such a good job of doing.
Well, I do a lot of the estate planning for them. And so I explain to them, a lot of what you think that you have is good enough. I have I always ask people, do you have a will? And a lot of people will raise their hand. Great, you're thinking ahead. But how do you get the will to work? Right? What makes the will happen? And a lot of times then they put their hand out and they're like, I don't know. And that's when I have to explain it's probate. And probate means lawyers, and that means money, and that's expensive, and there's a lot of time involved in it. So I give a good explanation of what is needed and how you can avoid the probate trap.
Because I imagine Larry always says the legal component is a big part about this. It's
sure
financial, legal, emotional is another role.
And to sing Amy Wheatley's praises, not on Fashion Sense, but to sing Amy's praises, she is, the word progressive is used an awful lot, but I think she is a progressive thinker in the legal community because she thinks outside the box. Because the conventional wisdom, as the attorney was suggesting, because I'm not an attorney, neither is Lindsay, we're not firemen either, but the conventional wisdom get the will, but people don't really understand the matrix of what that really happens. So, Amy Wheatley at Stein Law has other options to avoid that problem and a lot of other things. So she thinks outside the box that benefits family now, because often they wait till the shoe drops later and then they have no option. I really do look good today, don't I?
You do. Well, Amy, Larry talks about a lot the barbershop law too, and that people have read something online or someone at the barbershop told them things are this way. You probably hit a lot of that on the legal side of things as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a lot of people, they think that, I wrote down what I wanted, is that good enough? No, that's not good enough,
I have a cocktail napkin.
Right, that's what I'm picturing.
I was at a derby party.
Right.
And, there are people that think that. Well,
Sure.
I read online one time that you just have to have two people notarize it or whatever. No, that's not how it works, and as an attorney, I've gone to school and learned exactly what it takes to make a valid will. But more importantly, I try to educate everyone on what that means. When you are probating a will, you are opening up everything to the public because it gets filed in court and it becomes public. You publish notice of it in the paper, and then people get to come and file claims against the estate, and then you have to file accountings and inventories of everything that's in the estate. Most people don't realize that
How could they?
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Yeah.
The other thing that I think that people don't understand is I say, well, of the people who have wills, who did you appoint as your executor or personal representative? Oh, my son. I appointed my son. And I'm like, well, do you love your son? Yes. Well, then why would you do that?
Because here comes a lot of work.
It's a huge headache.
Yeah.
Right.
So, well, and I think that, what's unique about Amy is that some attorneys, right, are doing some of the estate planning or the things, but they don't have this eye towards what the cost of care looks like, right? And so we talk a lot about a nursing home, but so our lifespan, this is culturally true, right? Our lifespan is a certain length, but there's this other thing called a health span, right? So our health span, a lot of times, and for the clients that we're working with, our health span is shorter than our lifespan. So those last years of our life, we're ill, they're the most expensive. Whether you're at home or seeking treatment or in a nursing home or care, those are the most expensive. And that's important to consider when you're building a solid estate plan, which is what Amy does. So I think that some attorneys do this estate plan, but they don't have that, those costs of
those
care
years
in
built
mind.
in,
And
right?
it's so important. It's so important. It's part of a holistic approach, I think, which is why you should come to the workshop.
Okay, about a minute left.
Yeah.
The floor is yours.
Fundamentally, thank you.
A minute's not going to be long enough.
Fundamentally, what we're addressing is what we talk about at the workshop. There's no reason that there should be any empty seats there except for people that think nothing can be done. And I really do look good. Oh my gosh. But crisis planning, we can help. If they're in the nursing home, it's never too late. We can help. There's going to be a legal component. Amy Wheatley. Second variable, they're at home. They're not really sure. There's almost always a legal component because there's pre-crisis planning strategies as well. Amy Wheatley, Stein Law. And the third, which is what Amy's talking about, just avoid the problems. As pre-planning, everybody's hands go up. But it starts Monday in Louisville at the Hilton Garden Inn on Crittenden Drive, exit 132 off of I-65. Tuesday, we cross back across the river at the Hampton Inn in Clarksville on Broadway off Veterans Parkway. And we go down to Corydon on Wednesday, where Lindsay's third husband is in the Harrison County
I
Jail.
just love Corydon.
And we're doing Corydon on Wednesday, so you don't go broke in nursing them. They can go to freeworkshop.com and register, 855-LARRY55. It answers all of your questions and even addresses fashion sense these days.
I'll be excited to see what you wear. It was good to see all three of you. Thanks for the work that you're always doing. And,
Thank you, Jeremy, and the producer today. Thank you.
They kept us on time. They did a good job.
He's the man.
And thank you for the close-up of his jacket.
Yeah, we got a few of those throughout.
Mabel Thornberry did a nice job dressing me.
Okay.
She's a matronly lady. Thank you. And she doesn't get out much. And she said, will you wear my jacket that my husband wore in 1932? I said, sure.
It fits you like a glove.
Fits me like a glove, baby.
Man,
Great
that's,
Gatsby, sort of.
I love it. All right, see
Thank
you
you,
guys
Jeremy, for the close-up.
next time. They're wrapping us. We're heading to break here, but coming up, one more great segment to go. Isaacs and Isaacs here to preview the Hammers Lou Adopts event in partnership with LMAS and the Kentucky Humane Society. That's next.